You know, we had a couple of weeks straight of some killer self-publishing news. Now, not to say that we don't have killer news this week, but it's a little slower, so it's going to probably be a shorter process for us today in self-publishing news. In fact, read an ebook week through Smashwords kind of escalates a little bit. It actually gets more interesting. So if you are enrolling your ebook in that, there are specific days that you can take advantage of that. Also, there is also some very interesting news and information coming from Victoria Strauss. She is the writer from Writer Beware that tells authors about scams, and this one's a really good read. And also, there are some great 15 book promotion ideas that BookBaby shared with me recently via email, and I thought I'd go ahead and share those ones with you as well. So, without any further ado, let's get on into the self-publishing news for February the 26th, 2024. And we're going to go ahead and rip-roar right on into it with the Smashwords 15th Annual Read an Ebook Week. It's coming up March the 3rd. Now, if you happen to have your books being distributed through Smashwords, you can enroll them there. For 1 week only, the sale will feature over 100,000 ebooks at deep discounts of 25% off, 50% off, 75% off, and free. There are daily showcase themes that include romance on March the 3rd. March 4th is science fiction and fantasy. March 5th is thriller and mystery. March 6th is LGBTQ. March 7th is nonfiction, which big shout out to my nonfiction friends. I'll be having showcased hopefully on that day. March the 8th is young adult, and March 9th is erotica. So get your book enrolled as soon as humanly possible. March the 3rd through the 9th is when it's going to be official. So I actually have all of my self-publishing books discounted down to 75%, with the exception of my more recent publication, which is actually only discounted at 50%. That's because there's some people who probably bought it full price more recently, and I don't want them going, "What are you doing, Dale? What are you doing?" But I tell you what I am doing. We're going to go ahead and talk about this piece by Victoria Strauss, actually. This is over on Writer Unboxed. I found it by way of Writer Beware. And Victoria spends a lot of time chronicling and sharing some of the scams that involved inside the self-publishing business. And this really makes a lot of people very uptight, very scared, and for good reason. But one of the things that she really wanted to cover in this piece was having the right mindset and what is the wrong mindset that you should have. So let me tap on some of these ones. As per usual, there's going to be a link inside the description if you want to read the full piece. It's very good. Mindset number 1 that you shouldn't have: everyone is a scammer. Yeah, not everybody's a scammer, all right? There's going to be some people, yes, that charge an exorbitant amount of money for a service that you'd otherwise be able to get at pennies on the dollar anywhere else, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're a scammer per se. So you don't always want to look at everyone as a scammer. But on the flip side of things, mindset number 2 is, sure, scams are bad, but they aren't all that common. Yeah, Victoria's kind of covered a lot of scams, and they're fairly common. Probably one of the best ways to build awareness of that is to talk with other authors and explain to them some things that are not good, some things that are shady, some of the people they should avoid, some of the practices that they should avoid. Scams only threaten stupid people. I'm going to tell you firsthand of knowing many authors that are absolutely smart. They're great. But unfortunately, if you don't know this business inside and out, I mean, I've been in this business for a decade, but someone who may have been writing all their life and decided to go ahead and start publishing yesterday, they're not going to know some of these threats that are out there, some of these scams. They're just going to trust that people aren't going to scam them. And of course, naturally, it's not like some scammers are going to come out and say, "I'm not a scammer." Yeah, they're not going to say a word. Mindset number 4, it's an honor to be chosen even if the publisher charges a fee. Yeah, if a publisher charges a fee, it's a vanity publisher, folks. Mindset number 5, phone solicitors can be convinced to take no for an answer. Yes, typically whenever you're put on one of those lists, they don't ever take you off. So go read that piece over by Victoria. It's really good. Hey, Streetlib, the aggregate publishing platform, I'm going to be talking about them next week here on the podcast, is doing a new short-run print program from U.S. publishers. So if you're looking to buy in bulk of minimum order of 100 copies or more, they're making this available. It's available for 5x8, 6 and 6x9, and also the large U.S. letter trim sizes that are available. This is for black and white interior on 50-pound paper, full color covers with gloss laminate finish, and this can take 7 to 10 business days turnaround for approval of the proof, and a $39 one-time setup fee, which includes a printed proof copy. So I always try to look out for great deals. You guys want a great deal? Go ahead and take a look at that even more. Hey, the folks over at BookBaby actually posted this one last year in late August. 15 book promotion ideas to boost your sales and reach. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a TLDR on this one. Online book promotions strategies include build a professional author website, use social media, post social media and Amazon ads, guest blogging and author interviews, leverage email marketing, explore book review platforms. Offline book promotion strategies includes organize book launch events, partner with local bookstores and libraries, attend book conferences, utilize print media and direct mail, engage with book clubs and reading groups, collaborative promotional efforts. I've said this so many times. Cross-promote with other authors, seek endorsements and influencer recommendations, run contests and giveaways, or group promos is another one, schedule podcasts and radio interviews. To read this piece, go ahead and visit the link inside the show notes as per usual. It's a really good one, actually. And speaking of a really good one, this actually comes by way of Get Covers. Here are the top 5 book cover design mistakes. They'd shared this in a recent email. If you want to get more details about Get Covers, visit my affiliate link at dalelinks.com/getcovers. If you set up an account, they will send you an email. I think they do about once per week. Mistake number 1, messy layouts. Mistake number 2, bad font choice. I see this so many times. Some people think that a font, like, oh, wow, this looks great. I can't read it. What are you doing? Mistake number 3, lack of professionalism. Mistake number 4, too much text elements. And mistake number 5, bad quality images. I think people are starting to really improve these days now that they have been leveraging things like artificial intelligence and generative art. They're looking better, but unfortunately they're still missing the mark because they're choosing the wrong fonts, and they're just, and also the image sometimes look great, but it's not really indicative of the niche. So that sometimes can be a big issue. All right, I'm going to blaze through these next items here. This one comes from the folks over at Streetlib. They're actually going to be doing a live webinar on how to publish romance series worldwide in English and in translation. It'll be on Tuesday, March the 5th. March the 5th. This is going to be presented by Streetlib Talks. Every Tuesday of the month, join us for talks with successful publishers and publishing partners for information and inspiration on building an independent digital-first publishing platform. So Gene Joshim, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. He's an award-winning USA Today best-selling romance author whose books have hit the Amazon Top 100 list in the U.S. and abroad and since 2012. She writes sports romance, small-town romance, big city romance, and romantic suspense. She'll be giving you some more insights into how to publish romance series worldwide in English and in translation. Kobo Writing Life is actually going to be hosting something for romance writers as well. Steamy Romance Author Roundtable with Cynthia Eden, K.A. Lind, and Carly Phillips. Go check out that one. That's on their YouTube channel. No registration necessary. Just hit that little notification bell so you don't miss it. Also, a big shout out to the folks over at StoryAd. We were actually doing a promotion for them back in late 2023 to early 2024 with AppSumo. That deal's no longer around, but I did talk to the founder, Ramsey, about StoryAd, and he said, you know what? He's like, let's hook up your audience with a discount. So if they missed out on the AppSumo deal, they can get it for 25% off. So you can get that over at dalelinks.com/StoryAd and use the coupon code DALE25, DALE25 for 25% off. I highly recommend, just if you have the discretionary expense, get the lifetime access, which I think it normally retails for $280. So just take 25% off of that. Or you can get the monthly subscription, which I think is like 20 some bucks per month, something like that. Also, I was just having a conversation with a gentleman, and there's a good chance he's going to be making an appearance here on this channel, Cameron Scott from over at Merch Jar. Now, Merch Jar is a new platform to me. They will actually help you scale your Amazon advertising business. And the unique part about this is they don't really make money unless you make money. So they started out at the very most basic plan called the Essentials plan. It's $10 per month, period. $10 per month. But you still have to pay for the ads. However, they will only charge you the $10 per month and nothing more if you have up to $1,250 a month in ad revenue. So this means that your ads actually have to be converting. And if they're not converting, guess what? They're not going to upgrade your account. And go take a look at this over at dalelinks.com/merchjar. I'd love to hear what your honest thoughts are. Visit me over on Discord. And last but not least, of course, to help support the cause, you can go and get my video on demand platform. It has numerous courses, a bunch of videos, a lot of stuff. Instead of spending money on $800 or $1,000 or $2,000 on a self-publishing course, come on, you're an indie author, save yourself some money. Go on over to theselfpublishinghub.com for only $9.99 per month. You can be able to access scores of videos, about over half a dozen different courses, and it's continuing to expand every week as I put in a new video. What are your thoughts about the week of self-publishing news? It wasn't too busy, but it has enough information for us to sink our teeth into. And did I miss anything in particular other than the fact that Find a Way Voices by Spotify over the last couple of weeks dominated the news? I wasn't going to tap into it again this week. Go ahead, give me your thoughts over in the Discord community at dalelinks.com/Discord. Till later, this has been Self-Publishing with Dale, and I'll catch you next week. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. Special shout out to my channel members for both the podcast channel and the main channel. Without your support, some projects we do at Self-Publishing with Dale would be much harder to fund. If you want to contribute to the cause, visit dalelinks.com/memberships for details and get your on-screen shout out at the end of each broadcast. Till later, this has been Self-Publishing with Dale, and I'll see you soon.